teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychology black on firm, but we ain't all black.
Good evening. Good evening, you guys. It's your girl, Constance Carter, coming to you live and direct. And I want to welcome you to the Fly Nubian Queen. Come on in and make yourself at home. This is the channel for melanated people just like you and you and you. And I want you to come on in and make yourself at home. And you know, as always, when I talk to you, this is a dialogue and not a monologue. So I want you to talk back to me and talk black to me. So now while you talking back to me, put in the comments box where you are hailing from. I see you guys all coming in. So, you know, I like to know, because we have people that tune in from all over the world, you know, whether you're in California, whether you're in Macon, Georgia, Atlanta, South Africa. I want to see who's overseas. So anybody overseas across the pond, I'd love to know. But put it in the chat box. Okay, Marie, what's up, Marie from Norfolk? What's happening? I will actually be out there next week up in Norfolk. My daughter is in Hampton and she's moving next week. So I'll be up your way. What's up, Maryjane from Denver? Danica, Sacramento. I love it. Danica. Is it Danica or is it Danisha? Let me know, because Danisha last week just signed up for Catalyst Real Estate School. So go ahead and give Danisha a round of applause, because she just took the first step for the rest of her life. And hopefully she will be a part of the Catalyst family. We would love to have you, lady. I see Charles from San Diego, Pauline from Florida. What's up, Lori from Tennessee, Detroit in the his house, Latasha from South Carolina. What's up, you guys? What's up? What's up, Miss Busy Diva? Oh, what's up, girl from Manville, Texas? Thank you guys for joining me. You guys come on in, and I want to have a nice, good conversation with you. And I want to help you. Last week, we had a really great dialogue. I brought my daughter on. I brought my son on. It was really impromptu. And as you coming in, make sure you hit the like and the thumbs up for Fly Nubian Queen. So make sure you subscribe to the Fly Nubian Queen YouTube page. Make sure you're subscribing to Nobody Works Harder Than Constance Carter YouTube and Facebook. Make sure you follow me. And then on I am Constance Carter on Instagram as well. But last week we had a really good, thank you for hitting the thumbs up, y'all. Thank you for hitting, come. Hey, some more. Give me some more thumbs up. Yes, I see another one. Come on, give me some more. Give me some more love, you guys. Give me some love. Give me some hearts. Give me some laughter. Give me some thumbs up. I see them coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you. What's up, Davey D from Mississippi? What's happening? And give me some more thumbs up as you come in. Say where you're from. Go and hit the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the Fly Nubian Queen. But last week, and I kind of wanted to finish the conversation, because I really, my mission in life is to help you. It is so important. And I'm telling you, if you see my TED Talk, it's called Google That Shit. Investments that you can make, that 5 investments that we can make to close the wealth gap. I'm really serious about the thing. And I want to help you. I want to give you the resources. I want to give you the understanding. I want to give you the tools. I want to give you the tips and the tricks in order to be able to do the things that can change your life. So last week we had my daughter on. She talked about her business, but I was actually just giving you 20 ways to make some extra money, right? Do you guys remember the 20 ways? If anybody was on here last week, you know, type in the chat box one of the 20 ways that I said, or a couple of 20 ways that I said. And did you take action is the other question. Did you take action from those 20 ways that you can make money? Did you? And if you did, awesome. Okay, Danisha, I can't wait for you to start class next week. So Danisha said, it's spelled Danisha. Thank you, Danisha. And she can't wait to start Catalyst Real Estate School next week. Awesome. Love Sheila from Indiana. Thank you, Latasha, for sharing it. And everybody, as you come in and share it, because listen, I was giving you 20 ways. And if you remember, like I said, put in the comments box any of the ways that I told you that you could make some money. Then, you know, because my daughter was on the background doing the comments for me, and I totally remembered that she has a digital marketing company that actually helps me with my digital marketing. So if you go to my Instagram page, I am Constance Carter, you will see, and she actually just archived all my stuff for some reason. She said she's doing a whole new rebrand for me. So whatever. So if you go there, you're not going to see too much. I think she went from like 2,000 posts. I think I got maybe 150 posts on my Instagram now. I don't know what these young people be doing. I just do whatever they tell me to do. But if you go on there, you'll see some of the things that she does for my social media. And I have 16,000 followers. I would definitely like to get my followers up, but I had her on here, just kind of talking about her business. So proud of her. And then my son was just kind of walking by. I was like, Duders, come over here and talk about your business. And he has a stock trading program where he helps people to invest in stock. And it's a really great program. And he learned from Dr. Boyce Watkins, which you all know. Dr. Boyce from Fly Nubian Queen, and the financial guru himself, that is the author of B1. My son learned from him personally, and he's helping other people. He has a group with over 200 people in it, and he's teaching people how to invest in stock. It is absolutely amazing, and I'm super proud of him. But here's the thing. I really believe that our hardships, the things that we go through, can be the blueprint to help other people. And if you don't know anything about my story, just 10 short years ago, I was bankrupt, bad credit, broke, right? And when I say broke, I mean broken mentality. I was making over $200,000 a year, but I did not. I had more month than money. At the end of the month, I had nothing. There were times where I couldn't even take my kids to, pay for them to go to the fair and get a full VIP pass or day pass at the fair. Like I had gotten my car repossessed, foreclosed on some property, short sold on a property. Credit score was literally 379 when I went into the bankruptcy court. Real talk. And so what I ended up doing is I ended up filing bankruptcy. And if you read my book, The Secret to Breaking the Broke Code, I'll put it up here. If you've ever read my book, I talk about it and I say how bankruptcy was like the worst thing that ever happened to me ever in the world. That's my book, The Secret to Breaking the Broke Code. You could pick it up on Amazon. And it wasn't the worst thing that ever happened to me. Actually, filing bankruptcy was the best thing that could have happened to me because I had so much debt. I had so many people, so many bill collectors that was calling me. I had so much that was just coming at me. And it was actually a relief. So when I went into bankruptcy court, the sun was gloomy, the clouds were gray, and it was just, I was stressed the hell out. Get up in there, and I have a lot of money coming in, but a lot of money going out. And so I see people just in and out, 15 seconds. They go before the magistrate or whatever. They're in and out in 15 seconds. Me, when I go in there, they're actually grilling me for 15 minutes straight because they're looking at my bank statements. They're like, there's a lot of money going in. Okay, so what's going on? And I had to explain. And my attorney afterwards, my attorney was there, my bankruptcy attorney. She was like, oh my God, I was so scared for you, but you did so well. Cause I just answered them truthfully. Listen, I ain't got no money, really. Like this money's coming in, but more of it's going out than I have coming in. I was able to file bankruptcy and then all the debt was gone like that. Whew, what a relief. So when I walked out of the bankruptcy court, the sun was shining, the sky was blue, and it was a beautiful and lovely, lovely day. And it was one of the best things ever because I never had to worry about that debt again. It was a hardship that I went through. I remember just staying up in the middle of the night trying to figure out what I was going to do. I couldn't work hard enough. I couldn't do enough. I couldn't bring in enough. It was always over mounting debt that was just pouring on me and pouring on. And I felt so trapped and I felt so lost. And I felt so burdened. And to be able to do that and get rid of the debt like that, I had just had my son in 2008 because I filed bankruptcy in 2009 and didn't have any insurance. Because let me tell you, I was paying for my insurance. And I think right before I had my son, I had to decide on if I was going to pay my assistant or pay my insurance premium. I paid my assistant. So when I had the baby, I had no medical insurance. So now here's a $25,000 debt for having a baby and getting my tubes tied. Filed bankruptcy on that. And so there was just so much debt. I mean, well over $100,000 in debt. And it was just gone like that. It was really great. But what I had to do is I had to learn, you guys, because what I never wanted to do is get into that position again. I had to say, okay, well, how did I get into that position? And what can I do to change things? Because this is not a cool place to be. Debt is very stressful. People die because they're so stressed out because of debt. And I had to take the hardships that I had and I created a blueprint. And so out of that 379 credit score, I had a 379 credit score, you guys, literally. And the lowest you can get is 300. Like I was almost at the bottom. Everything was bad. I went from 800 to 379. And I loved credit. I remember just growing up and overhearing my parents talk about what they couldn't do or couldn't have because of bad credit. And so I was always very mindful of credit. And so I said, you know what, let me dig deep and let me figure out how to get my credit together. And I took some training and I became a certified credit expert. And that just means I really, really took some classes to really understand credit. And then I wrote a book about credit. It's called Keeping Score: What You Need to Know to Make Your Credit Score Grow. Easy read, girl. Easy read. Yes, Tanya, it creates illnesses. And I wrote this book, within a month, and it became a bestseller. I was surprised. I didn't write the book. And I told you guys, if you were listening last week, I didn't have any intention on being an author. Somebody just told me to write a book. I'm not the big ideation person. I'm not. I don't have great ideas. I just hang around really smart people. And when they tell me to do something, I do it. And so I am smart enough to know that if somebody smart is telling you to do something, then you just do it. And that's what I do. So I have these t-shirts. This t-shirt I have on right now. Grow your money, don't blow your money, right? That's one of my sayings. I sell these. It's another revenue stream for me. I sell these t-shirts on my website, conversationtees.com. But it's because somebody told me, hey, Constance, you have these great quotes. You should put them on t-shirts. Bet. Put the quotes on t-shirts, and they sell, and it's passive income for me. And so these are the things that I want to talk to you about, is how to really create passive income. But more importantly, how to use your hardships as a blueprint to help somebody else. Because what I know for sure, and thank you, J-Bo, what I know for sure is that we go through things, and when we go through things, they are not just for us. Right? The things that you go through every day in your life or every month or whatever the situation you go through, they are a lesson for you, but they're also a lesson for other people. And that's why it's so important that you push through and that you push past. So in case somebody else needs to be able to make it to the other side, they already see. They see somebody who's been there. They see a little black girl, well, I'm 45. I'm not no young black girl anymore, but they see somebody my age that looks like them, a little rough around the edges. I can go from the White House to the trap house. I can be in any situation. I can sit down and not be intimidated by in any situation. And they can see people that I mirror, I can mirror somebody that's from, the neighborhood, and they say, wow, she did it, so that I can too. And so that a lot of times is my motivation and my inspiration. Like, you know what? Somebody else needs to see me be successful. Somebody else needs to see me to cross to the other side, because it gives somebody else encouragement. So I want to just say, for you, Donisha, Tia, J-Bo, Tanya, the things you go through are not just for you. Whether you have a platform like this or not, they're not only just for you, but they are to help other people. So I want to, in the comments box, please type in that my hardships are the blueprint to help other people. Put that in the comments box. My hardships are the blueprint to help other people. Because that's what I want you to learn today. Put that in the comments. My hardships are the blueprint to help other people. So I want to make sure that we are clear in our mission, from our God-given mission, that it's not just about you. It's about somebody else too. Okay. All right. So I see you guys. I see you, Shirley. I see Donisha. I see you, Latasha. You guys put my hardships. Thank you, Tanya. My hardships are the blueprint to help other people. Yes. Now, I ended up writing the book about credit. It became a bestseller, helped a lot of people increase their credit score. That's great. And then I ended up writing the book, The Secret to Breaking the Broke Code, and just talking about that. Now let's talk about the secret to breaking the broke code and how to go from broke to woke. So let me ask you this question. How many broke people do we have here that are watching me tonight? How many broke people? Raise your hand if you're broke. Any broke people that are listening under the sound of my voice right now? Any broke folk? Any broke folk that want to get woke? Put it in the comments box for me, because I want to know. All right, Tanya, you broke? All right, I know some. Is there anybody else that's broke? I'm broke. David, you broke? Latasha, you broke? Let me tell you why you broke. Donisha, you broke? J-Bo? I'm broke. Hang on. You're broke because you say that you are broke. Come on now. That was an easy one. I was going to get you with that. The reason why you're broke is because you say that you're broke. Because life and death are in the power of the tongue. Your words, guys, your words. Yes, your mindset, your words. Your words are the singular most important things that you can do. They have the power to speak life. They are used to heal, to hurt, to humiliate, to humble. Your words are everything. You know, women, we can make with our words, we can make a man feel 10 feet tall. And with the same tongue, we can make a man feel 2 inches small. Our words are so powerful. It's singularly the most powerful force. So when we say that we're broke, we are speaking brokenness into our lives. And believe it or not, a lot of the things that I've been able to manifest are because I speak those positive things as though they already were. I'm already claiming it because you know why? I feel like I'm entitled to them. Yes, J-Bo, you got to speak it into existence. So when we talk about being broke, you got to believe that you deserve whatever it is. Belief is everything. You know, when I was 7 years old, I was in Sunday school, and my aunt Rosie Mae Jenkins was my Sunday school teacher. And she told me that I was equally as important as the president of the United States. And that was, for me, a game changer. I grew up in a house with 19 people living in a 3-bedroom house for a family of 5. So you can imagine the environment that I lived in: fights, drugs, all kind of stuff that a 7-year-old should not be exposed to. Chaos. My parents were from Arkansas, and we were in San Jose, and anybody who wanted to move to California, they let them come and live in the house with us. And so imagine the chaos that was going on around me. It was a lot. And going to Sunday school, my aunt told me that I was equally as important as the president of the United States. And really? Equally as important as the president of the United States? Yeah. So from then I understood, and I thought that I deserved greatness. I thought I deserved to have success. I felt like it. I felt entitled. I want you to feel entitled to have whatever it is that you want to have. Come on, Latasha, I'm wealthy. I want you to feel entitled. So put in the comments box, I am entitled. Come on. If you feel like you are entitled, put that you are entitled, because I want you to stop speaking broke, and I want you to start speaking entitled. I am entitled. Come on. I am entitled. Put that in the comments. That's what made me strong. Yeah, it did. I've seen a lot. I've been exposed to a lot. And it's funny because when I tell my kids some of the stories they're just like, you get what? Yeah. You know, it's funny because one of my cousins, thank you, Donisha. One of my cousins came down a few weeks ago, and she said to me, "Hi, Lori." She said, because she was one of the 19 people in the house that I grew up in. And she said, I always tell people, like, my cousins, she's talking about me, my brother, my sister. She said, they should be on drugs. She said the things that they were exposed to in that house, I am so surprised that they are not crazy or on drugs or just out there. Like, my brother is very laid back, mild mannered. My sister is I'm like the most outgoing one. But she was like, I really look at you guys and I'm just in amazement. It's nothing but the grace of God because of the things that we grew up around and we were exposed to. And you would never believe it, where we are today, but they only made us stronger. So I want you to just know, you guys, that you are entitled, that you have to be in a place where you are ready to receive certain blessings and certain things. So I want to make sure that not only are you ready, but you are the right person in the right place at the right time. So how do you receive the abundance of blessings that's there for you? Because they are there. There is enough abundance out there for everybody that's here. There's enough abundance out there for everybody. The problem is, you guys, is that nobody, or a lot of people, I don't want to say nobody, there are a lot of people who will not do what it takes to get the abundance that they can get. And so it's there. And a lot of times we're right here, we're almost there. And then we turn around when it gets too hard. But being ready and being the right person in the right place at the right time. Oh my God. So when I filed bankruptcy in the midst of the foreclosure crisis. I was a real estate agent in the midst of the foreclosure crisis when everybody was filing bankruptcy. And I missed out on those opportunities to buy investment properties. I was selling real estate in California for $50,000, $30,000. $60,000, and I could not buy it because I didn't have two nickels to rub together. Was making $200,000, but didn't have two nickels to rub together to do anything. I was not ready to receive it. So get yourself in position to where when the opportunity presents itself, you will be the right person in the right place at the right time, y'all. As a cannabis investor, that's what I did. I set the intention of investing in cannabis. And when the opportunity presented itself to me, I was ready. I was the right person in the right place at the right time, setting the intention because I felt like I was entitled. I felt like I deserved that. I looked at, the system, and I seen that there were so many Black and brown men that were locked up for years, getting mandatory minimum sentences for weed violations. And now here we have in the 2000s, white men making millions and billions off the same thing and it being legalized. I wanted a seat at the table because I felt entitled. I want you to feel like whatever it is that you want to do, you are entitled to do it and nobody can hold you back. I was talking to a friend today, and one of the things that we always say back and forth is with the power of social media and the internet, you can do whatever you want to do. You have more technology in the palm of your hands than they had when they made the man on the moon, when they put the man on the moon. You have more technology here than they had in NASA. Imagine that. You can make millions of dollars from your fingertips. I'm sending my daughter to a marketing conference next week. It's called Traffic and Conversions. It's like $2,000, right? It's our inheritance. Yes, you are entitled. And I'm sending my daughter. And I was going to go with her because it's probably one of the best marketing conferences. But listen, I don't want to do that stuff. And it's great. And it would probably be great for my business and all that stuff. But I got so many things that I'm doing. And I'm sending my daughter. And I bought a ticket for me. Again, it's a $2,000 conference. And I was like, well, who can I give this ticket to? So you know who I'm giving the ticket to? My 17-year-old son. I'm investing in them. So I was like, okay, he's going to miss 3 days of school. We're going to say he's sick for 3 days. We get excused absence. But I'm investing in him at 17 years old. And so I think when they come out of that conference, their minds are going to be so open to the possibilities. There are things that you can do online, same stuff. Actually, this conference, I think they have an online version too, if you want to invest in yourself, in your own marketing. I told my daughter when she comes out of here, it's going to be a game changer for her business. So listen, you have the information there. Everything is in your fingertips, whatever it is you want to do. You got to be obsessed though with those things that you want. Obsession is extremely important when it comes to your success because how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Because if you don't want it bad enough, if you ain't willing to risk sleep for it, if you ain't willing to risk your life for it, then you don't want it bad enough. I used to say, some people, like my sister, for example, love my sister, sweetest, kindest person in the world. But my sister is not the type of person who's willing to take risks at all. She will not cross the street if she feels like there's a car coming. Like that's just who she is. I love her, but that's who she is. Me, on the other hand, I am the risk taker. I will skate across the freeway with a baby on my back in traffic. If it means what I want is on the other side, because I'm willing to take the risks. So being obsessed and willing to take the risk for whatever it is that you want, because you believe in yourself that much, God, that's the way to get to success. Being obsessed and willing to take the risks. Making sure that you invest in yourself. Listen, there's this thing I call the fear factor, right? Every successful person, they have to do these 5 things. They have to fail. They're going to fail. I don't want to say they have to, but you're going to fail. And my failure might not look like your failure. Your failure may not look like my failure, right? Our failures are different. My daughter's failures aren't going to be the same as my failures because she ain't got to be homeless. I was homeless at one time. She ain't got to be bankrupt. Mom already did that. But her failures are going to be something completely different. Your failures are going to be something completely different, but going through them and then getting back up is the thing that's going to be really important for you. So that failure, going through that, getting up, because what does it do? It teaches you a lesson. That's the blueprint. E, getting embarrassed for whatever it is that you want. Let me tell you a story. For those of you who never heard this story from me. When I first started my real estate career, I had this Ford Windstar minivan and I had this Sunfire, this green Sunfire, and the paint was all nasty and it was all ashy. And I used to drive the minivan because that one, they neither one of them, they both was kind of raggedy. Sometimes they worked, sometimes they didn't. So I was taking some clients out to see some property, and I put them in the minivan. Now the minivan, like the carpets is gross. It's just ugly. It was just not a great representation, but I was, you know what, hungry. So I was like, you know what, listen, we about to ride this thing out. Sometimes this van worked, sometimes it didn't. It was this raggedy white Ford Windstar. So I'm driving, right? And the wife is in the front, the husband's in the back. I turn the corner and the door to the van pops open because they used to do that. And I look in the rearview mirror and I see the husband trying to close the door, like he almost falling out, trying to close the door, keep the door closed as I'm driving. I'm trying to play that thing off. And boy, was I embarrassed. I was mortified. I was absolutely, completely embarrassed. But more importantly, because I didn't let that embarrassment get me down, I was motivated. And so I overcompensated with my service because I knew like I was inadequate. I didn't have the best car. I didn't have the best clothes. I didn't have the look, but I had the hunger and the desire. And I'm telling you, if you ain't willing to be embarrassed for it, like if I can go online and post something, people be like, well, she shut up. I've been embarrassed. I got into a building a couple of years ago. I signed a lease on a building, put $89,000 into the building. I didn't own this building. I was leasing the building, did all this stuff. 2 months, and this is 2017, April. By June, the city came and shut us down, right? It wasn't our fault. It was quote unquote code violations. There was no code violations, but the city, whatever. Whole political thing. So everybody is buzzing. Everybody, like all these other real estate companies, real estate professionals, they talking. My agents are like, every time we go somewhere, people are laughing at us. They're talking about us. People are talking about us. You know, it's embarrassing. Just moved in, spent all this money. They really thought they was about to do it. Ha ha ha. Look at them. But you know what that embarrassment did? Because what I wouldn't have done is I wouldn't have bought the building that I'm in now that I have in Sacramento. That's even way better than that situation. And I love that building. See what happens when you are willing to push past the embarrassment to get to the other side. In fear, you have to be willing to go all in. No plan Bs. So you guys, what is it that you want to do? How do you want to be successful? Remember, if you listened last week, what's that thing that comes easy to you? Because last time it was my motivation, J-Bo. Because last time we talked about what is that thing that comes easy to you? Because a lot of times we'll try to do things that aren't really that easy. We'll try to do things that are a little bit difficult that we think that people need. But what we don't realize is the easy thing that comes to us is a thing that might come hard to somebody else, and they need you to teach them, and you can actually monetize on that. So what's that thing that might come easy to you? Go all in and have no plan Bs. No plan Bs. Like, just go hard. Put all your cards on the table, because this is a gift that God had given you. God gave you this. And if God gave it to you, he's going to give you the tools to make you to show you how to get through it. You just have to have the fortitude and the wherewithal to get through it. A lot of times we don't have the heart to keep going. And sometimes it could take 6 months. It might take 6 years. But if you know that this is your passion and this is your destiny and this is what you're supposed to be doing, you got to stay the course. Nothing else. Be singularly focused. I'm not saying quit your day job if that's what's supporting you, but be singularly focused. And you have this accelerant of technology that can actually help propel your business. Y'all, if you use it right, if you GTS, have you seen my TED Talk where I talk about Google that shit? If you GTS, you can accelerate your business to the next level, because all the tools and the resources are out there, y'all. You could do or be anybody that you want to be because of the internet. The internet has made it possible for the playing field to be level. And y'all, yes, nobody can take it from you if God gives it to you. We are some magical people. Listen, with the wealth gap being what it is, and with all of the things that were thrown against us as a people, and yet we still thrive. A lot of us are still millionaires. We're still doing all of these things. We're still homeowners. We're still investing. We're still standing. We are magic. We are resilient. Now take that to the next level. Use this thing right here to take it to the next level. Oh my God, you can do it. Risk. I already talked about risk. Be willing to take that risk. I've lost thousands of dollars taking risks, but made millions taking risks. Are you willing to do that? See, some people aren't willing to lose 100. You definitely ain't willing to lose 1,000. But imagine if you were willing to just bet on yourself, right? Because you are your biggest commodity. You are your biggest investment. So imagine if you bet on yourself, you're willing to take the risk of yourself. You surrounded yourself around smart people. You don't ever want to be the smartest person in the room, but you're around people who are smarter than you. Maybe you invested in a coach. Maybe you've gotten around some people who, you got in some networking groups. Everything is there available. Like there's groups on Facebook you can get into, give you ideas. You can have your next joint venture person that you can go into a joint venture with. You never know. You don't always, you focus on the things that you're good at, and then you hire the people, or you partner, or you barter with the people who exhibit your weaknesses. Don't try to strengthen your weakness. You partner with your weakness. So work on the things that you're good at. Take the risk and bet on yourself. And then the S in fears is those sleepless nights. You got to be willing to sacrifice. Like Puffy said, or whoever they said, they be like, sleeping is for suckers. Well, I try to get some of my sleep now. But when I was first starting, I didn't get a lot of sleep. The house was asleep. I was up grinding. I was up in the middle of the night. I was making the sacrifices. I was researching on the internet. I was doing all of those things to put the business together. I was looking for programs. I was trying to help people. I was out there door knocking. I was out there putting hangers on doors, trying to talk to people, networking, traveling. I had those sleepless nights. I was willing, because listen, I believed in myself, because you know what? I had that thing that's called entitlement. I felt entitled. I felt like I deserved success, but I know success doesn't come without work. Because what? Faith without works is dead. So you could believe all that you believe, but if you ain't got the works behind it, then it's not going to happen. So if you're willing to put that work in, guess what? It's going to happen. So listen, you guys, I have a training coming up. It's called Broke to Woke. And what I want to do is I want to help people. My mission is to help everyday people, give them the tools, give them the training to be able to create their best life. This training, Broke to Woke, I'm doing it. I have a co-working space. It's building this beautiful, dope ass building in Sacramento. And it'll be a live training, but I'll also do it online. And this is my gift to you. So I want you to sign up to come to my Broke to Woke, because I'm going to teach you about credit, because you need to use your credit as leverage to build wealth. I'm going to show you how to do that. I want to help us to be able to close the wealth gap. I want to be able to help us to create legacies for our children. I'm proud. Like I'm not just talking. Everything I'm telling you is not lip service. Like my kids are walking in what I talk. I'm teaching this to my generation. And it's so imperative that that's what we do. It's not, this information ain't just for you. Just even right now, like share this information out with other people, because they need to be hearing this. They need to know what it takes in order to be successful. We need this. So this Broke to Woke that I'm doing online, I'm going to show you how to get your credit score up. And then I'm going to show you how to invest. I'm going to show you how to play Monopoly in real life. One of the things, like I help not one of my clients, I do this thing called the wealth plan. And I sit down with my clients and we create a wealth plan. What that is okay, you know, I'm not just selling you one house. Okay, that's cool. Because is your house an asset? Some people say your house that you live in, they're not assets, they're liabilities. I believe they're assets because they can increase in value. And then you can use that as leverage to do other things. So I believe that your home can be an asset. But how do I use that asset as leverage? So then you buy the second house you buy is your multi-unit or your first house. So I have one client, she was a single mother, bought her first house, condo, took the equity out, bought her duplex, took the equity out, bought her triplex, took the equity out and bought her fourplex. That's now 10 units in a matter of a few years where she's getting cash flow and they're all paying for each other. And she has money. I have one client who has a VA loan, bought a 4-unit, had to put no money down because it's VA. He's a veteran. Put no money down. $300,000 duplex, fourplex, excuse me. Each unit was renting. It was kind of, raggedy a little bit, but each unit was renting for $1,000. I think now he's renting them out for like $1,800, $1,000 a piece. His mortgage payment was $1,800. Now, he had to live in one unit, so he was making $3,000 off of this. So he was making $1,200 in cash flow. And then when he finally rented that 4th unit out, $4,000, no money down, teaching people how to really create and use this leverage so they can create the wealth and the life of their dreams. The thing about it is it's not that hard. I'm telling you, I'm not the smartest tool on the shelf. My goal and my mission is to be able to help you to do the same. So I want you to sign up for the Broke to Woke because, again, this is my gift to you. Go to ConstanceCarter.com/events. Sign up for the Broke to Woke. I'm going to be coming on here probably every Thursday, I think. And I just I'm going to give you little tidbits and tips, but I want to get you in to the Broke to Woke because I went from literally broke. And when I talk about broke, I'm talking about the mindset. When I'm talking about broke, I'm talking about being broken. I'm not talking about not necessarily having money, but I'm talking about how do I change that mindset and change my pocketbook to becoming woke in wealth and legacy. How many of you guys want to be woke in wealth and legacy? How many of you guys want to leave something to your children? How many of you want to say that, my kids, I'm leaving a business, I'm doing something that I can leave? Because you can't leave your job to your kids, but I certainly can leave an idea in a business. I certainly can leave something else. I can leave some knowledge and some wisdom. And this information is not just for you. You could bring your kids. Tell your mama and your daddy and your auntie too. Have everybody sign up for this Broke to Woke. Because I'm telling you, for me, I'm ready to get back to Greenwood days where we practice collective economics. Because if you look in other communities, what do? They spend with each other first. So how do we get to that place where we're spending with each other and we're creating that wealth? So go to ConstanceCarter.com. ConstanceCarter.com. Hi, Veg Out and Dine /events. Go to ConstanceCarter.com/events. Broke, and then sign up for Broke to Woke. If you're not in the Sacramento area, I'm doing it online as well. It'll be interactive. You can ask questions. ConstanceCarter.com/events. And oh, by the way, I'm going to be over at Boyce's All Black National Conference Convention. I think it's in October. I'll be coming straight from Cancun, y'all. I'm going to the Soul Fest. Yes. So I might be a little tanned, be a little tipsy, but no, I will be at the All Black National Convention. I think it's going to be in Florida this year. So I will be coming straight there from Cancun, and I'll be speaking at the All Black National Convention with Dr. Boyce Watkins. So hopefully you guys can get out to Florida. Hopefully you can make it happen. I think it's going to be an absolutely amazing conference, as it always is. I first spoke at ABNC a couple of years ago, I think in 2019, and Boyce and I became fast friends. And, now I'm on his platforms and he has me speaking all over the place for him. And so I'll be there and it'll be absolutely awesome. You'll see all your favorite Fly Nubian Queens, Jade, Vicky Dillard, all the whole crew. So we'll all be there in October, late October. So hopefully you guys can sign up for that too. But make sure you go to ConstanceCarter.com/events. Sign up for Broke to Woke. You could do the online or you could do the in person. I would love to see you, but we're going to get you straight. We're going to get you together so that you can create something for your kids. All right. Has anybody got any questions? I love everything that you guys say. Tanya said a joint venture. I'm talking about two people coming together and creating a joint venture together. So again, you may not have a strength in a certain area, but somebody else may have a strength, and you can come together and you can partner, right? A JV partner, joint venture partnership. That's what I mean. And always like in the comments here, I love it when I see people networking. So if there's something that you have, there's a business idea that you have, maybe that you want some help with or something like that, put it in the comments box because somebody else could see that and maybe somebody else may want to partner with you. So always consider every time I come on here and I talk about this stuff, always consider, being able to find your next JV partnership right here in the comments. And being able to network. Look at this as some kind of conference because there's nothing in the world. I love you, Veg Out and Dine. There's nothing in the world like networking. But you know what, too? You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to invite you over to my weekend of wealth retreat. Have you guys heard about that? Anybody listening under the sound of my voice heard about the weekend of wealth retreat?
Transformation is not easy, but it is absolutely necessary. Just 2 short years ago, it was me and 12 brave bosses that went on this transformational journey in Napa. There, we tackled the things that were holding them back. We broke them all the way down, and we left with actionable steps to create the lives of their dreams. The Weekend of Wealth Retreat was simply amazing. And there's an opportunity for you to join us again in Costa Rica, June 2022. You need to treat yourself and change your life. Do not miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to relax, to release, and to be transformed.
Now, doesn't that sound absolutely amazeballs? Yes, you guys got to come out to the Weekend of Wealth Retreats. Go to ConstanceCarter.com/events, and it's going to be spectacular. Just like I said, it's going to be transformational. Somebody said they like my artwork. So check it out. That's Erykah Badu right there. Y'all see? That's Erykah Badu right here. I love Erykah Badu. I have her in several areas in my house because she's so beautiful. And then that back there, I think that's either San Francisco. That's a mural on the wall back there. That's San Francisco or New York. And then I have several basses and guitars. Did you guys know I play the bass? Ooh, that sounds horrible. So I play the bass and I have a piano over here, pool table. Yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you go to my website, ConstanceCarter.com/events. You sign up for the Weekend of Wealth Retreat and make sure you go to Broke to Woke because I really, again, want to empower you to be able to build wealth, create the life of your dreams. Okay. So take care and God bless.